And the nerdy news you need to know about? Could we be getting a Sifu sequel? What is Hideo Kojima hiding? And the first big leak from the Game Awards has already happened. We'll have all this and more because this is Kinda Funny Games Daily. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Kinda Funny Games Daily for Thursday, December 12th, 2024, the day of the Game Awards. I'm one of your hosts, Greg Miller, alongside Forbes 30 Under 30, a.k.a. New York Game Awards nominated, a.k.a. Leftover Poppy Blessing Adeoye Jr.
So what version of the Bible are you going to sell me today?
Don't steal this. Now, this is just like your predictions. You're just stealing your jokes from the chat now, too.
It's not
You're
my fault.
better.
It's not my fault they got to the joke first before I did.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? Like, I can only make it when the mics turn on.
First off, if anybody ever tried to sell you a Bible looking this good, wearing
I
this
mean, I might
blue of
buy
a
it.
suit, what did you bring for your Game Awards outfit? I saw you walking with hangers.
I mean, it was the same outfit I wore to the Game Showdown finale of last season.
Okay, I like
Nothing
that.
unique. It's one of those ones where, like, I don't know. It sucks not to be down there. You know, if I was
Does
down
it?
there, yeah.
Yeah?
But
I saw your tweet or Blue Sky or whatever it was last night about, having FOMO already.
Yeah, and it's like you don't feel it until it's happening. Where like everybody's celebrating, everybody's having a good time, everybody's going to bars, drinking with each other. Michael Himes down there.
See,
and I'm in my
I
room.
feel that it is 1:03. We are doing a late games daily. Of course, we are kicking off your programming day, leading from this into a stream with Mike and Nick talking about the Game Awards, leading into our live reactions of the Game Awards. But it's a special day. It's Game Awards. Like you said, we're not in LA. Usually you and I are down there hobnobbing right now. We're out there, we're dressed up, we run into Janet, we're at the Xbox party, we talked to Phil Spencer for 2 seconds, right? And so I feel like it's afternoon, it's Game Awards day. There's only one thing we should be doing.
Oh God, he stood up. He's grabbing something. Oh, now we're partying.
I don't want you to
turning up.
feel left out.
Oh, he's
all
brought out the
I don't
whiskey.
want you to feel left out.
Oh.
I got the bourbon if you need that.
Audio
If
listeners,
that's
we have
what-
a bourbon bottle. Ooh.
Let's
excited
kill it.
about
We're
this.
gonna kill it because we're gonna be here all night long. You know what I mean?
Ah,
Of course,
I
you
know
got
what
nowhere
you mean.
else to go, ladies and
I know what
gentlemen
you
and NBs. If you're at home, I urge you.
Now, does it not say in your Bible that you shouldn't be drinking like this?
In my Bible, it says, "Kiss Jesus on the right, drink him on the left." You know what I mean? That's what it is.
That's my kind of Bible.
We're gonna piss some people off with that one. No. Here, cheers to the Game Awards 2024. I'm excited to be here with you.
I'm excited. I was thinking about this also. I think this can't be accurate. Is this my first time actually reacting to the Game Awards?
No, because this is my thought too.
Uh-huh.
Of course, since I won a Game Award, no big deal. I've been down there, right? 2020, the pandemic Game Awards. Those would have been the ones we missed. And then
That wasn't a traditional one, was it? Was it just Geoff
well, I
without
mean,
a
not
crowd?
traditional, no, but it was still a Game Awards we reacted to.
Gotcha.
And then I want to say you went the year Ben was born. You went, but I don't even know if I called in for that since I had been.
I think
I was on
2021
paternity
I
leave.
went.
Yeah.
So 1, 2, this is 20. So yeah, I went 3. I know I went 3 years because I got 3 different outfits in mind that I've worn.
Yeah.
And so I think every year after 2020 I went. So I guess this is the first it actually feels like Game Awards that I'm actually reacting to.
Gotcha.
With the crew, and that's exciting. That I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, that's the thing about it where I think as much as I love the Game Awards and I love going to the Game Awards, and I'm sure you and I will go to the Game Awards again at some point, I'm way more stoked to be like, watch it with everybody, have a piece of pizza or whatever we're going to get, react, make the content, do the thing. Because it's always that, as soon as I leave the Game Awards, first off, I'm starving. I'm freezing cold because it's so cold in that auditorium. I desperately need a drink. And then I get out and I'm like, well, what did the guys think? I want to immediately go watch the reaction. I start scrubbing. I'm like, this is a cool thing. What did Andy do for this? Yada, yada.
That is the one. I think the one thing I do have when I go down there is I think the last year of the Sega announcement of like the bunch of different Sega games and Jet Set Radio and Crazy Taxi and all this stuff. I wish I could have been on camera for that.
Sure.
Because that's one where I was in the audience like, y'all, like this is fucking crazy. That and Blade. Blade was the other one because I'm a big Arcane
man,
fan.
Blade,
And come on, it's Blade. And so like that's one where I was like, man, I would have popped off for this announcement too. But I feel like based on the hype and based off of like things we'll even talk about on this episode and things that me and Tim talked about on last episode, I feel like for a Game Awards to react to, this seems to be the one.
It seems like it's going to be a good one. I think Jeff's got a lot up his sleeve for 10th anniversary, let alone
What do you know?
all the things.
Do you know anything?
No, I mean, well, no, not really.
Not
I mean,
really.
I know some things, but like not enough. Not enough that I would hype you up. That I'd be like, yo, this is going to outkick the coverage and get crazy out there. You know what I mean? Still no fucking Superman game that I know about.
So what's something low key that Greg Miller might know about? And then that shows up at the game. Are they putting Portillo in another game?
No, I mean, come on now. Yeah, I would tell you if that you would know about that. And you probably wouldn't actually, but I know.
New Patapon. Is that Patapon?
I mean, that's all
successor?
Retapon.
Retapon.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep speculating. I'm excited for
Do
this.
it, yeah, let me see what you can get out of me. For now, we'll remind you that this is Kind of Funny Games Daily each and every weekday live on a variety of platforms like twitch.tv/kindoffunnygames, youtube.com/kindoffunnygames, and podcast services around the globe. We run you through the nerdy video game news you need to know about. If you like that, pick up a Kind of Funny membership. Remember, we're an 11-person small business, which means your $10 membership goes so far to keeping our lights and mics on. It gets you all of our shows ad-free. That's more than 20 a week. It gets you the ability to watch the afternoon podcast live as you record them, like Craven in review tomorrow. We're forcing my mom to go watch it with us, so she'll have something to say as well.
She wanted to go.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I'm not sure if she wanted to go to Craven. She kind of wanted to see her grandson, but I'm like, come watch Craven.
How could you not want to watch Craven?
Yeah. And of course, you would get the ability to get a new podcast from me each and every day called Gregway. That's all with your Kind of Funny membership, either on patreon.com/kindoffunny or youtube.com/kindoffunnygames. We love you. We thank you for our support as we near our 10-year anniversary as well. Of course, no bucks to toss our way. No big deal. You, of course, can like, subscribe, and share youtube.com/kindoffunnygames. You can get your Twitch subs in and, of course, use your Amazon Prime to link up to your Twitch gaming, and then you get a free sub that gives away each and every 30. Maybe you're on YouTube right now. Maybe as I look into the chat, you are Jake Collado saying, hey, I'm on YouTube. I don't use Twitch, but do you have Amazon Prime? Go make your little Twitch account, and then, Jake, I need you to give us your free sub over there. All right? That's how it is. That's how it works. Housekeeping for you, of course. Remember, this is a live talk show. As we go through, I need your YouTube super chats on youtube.com/kindoffunnygames, sounding off on the day's news. Of course, after Kind of Funny Games Daily, you are going to get a stream. It is Mike and Nick, and according to Mike, they are being very serious in predicting the Game Awards. Because Nick played a lot of the big games this year, like Warzone and Alien Isolation. So he has a lot to say about the Game Award nominees this year. He will be streaming that as we lead up to a 4 o'clock, that's 3 hours from right now, start to our live reacts. That'll be 30 minutes of us BSing around. Then we'll do the pre-show with you. Then we'll be right into the Game Awards themselves. Before, of course, you get the Gamescast as the post-show as we go through. And if anything I got a babysitter.
Yeah.
Any big game gets announced, we can go play day and date. Let's go. Let's stay. Let's run it till midnight. Let's run it till midnight. If you're a Kind of Funny member.
Sounds like you know something. What do you know?
If you're a Kind of Funny member, you can get today's Gregway about why we don't do a physical Game of the Year trophy. Thank you to our Patreon producers, Delaney Twining and Carl Jacobs. Today we are brought to you by Empty Reel and Aura Frames, but we will tell you about that later. For now, let's begin the show with real quick. Did you talk to Roger about the ads? Are we sure these are the ads? Because these aren't the Gamescast ads.
You're right.
Everybody, do me a favor. Forget those sponsors. Today's sponsors are NVIDIA, Still Wakes the Deep, and Aura Frames. There's a lot of moving parts on a Game Awards day. Here, take a shot.
Is that right?
Take a shot.
Right? Is that what? Because I feel like that might be wrong.
I just had a bourbon, Kev. I'm not sure what's right or wrong. Can you go get Kev?
I'm looking at a Slack
Raji?
that says everything other than Gamescast. And so I think that is today. NVIDIA Still Wakes the Deep in Aura Frames.
Everything
That's
other
what
than
he said.
Gamescast. Why? When I asked him what the Gamescast sponsors was, he said that then.
Wait.
Roger! We'll get your sponsors soon enough. For now, I'll remind you, we're starting the show with what is and forever will be the Roper Report. Time for some news. 8 items on the Roper Report. Number 1, Kevin, go check with Roger. Number 1, we're lost out here. Do you want a bourbon? You should get some ice in a glass. We're lost. What are the sponsors for this show and for Gamescast? He just read a Slack that said everything but Gamescast.
I think I understand what it is now. Two different edits.
Okay, so again, we want to... All right, perfect. Well, they can't hear him. NVIDIA, Still Wakes the Deep, and Aura Frames are the sponsors. We mentioned Empty Reel a second ago. Forget them. Don't think about them today, all right? Don't think about them. I've already forgotten what it was. I don't know. They sponsored the rest of the week. I don't know what that was anymore, all right? All I know is that I love NVIDIA, Still Wakes the Deep, and Aura Frames, all right?
Gave me some of them frames.
I do love those frames, though. I did the ad last week.
Yeah.
I got my dad one for Christmas. I got
my sister one for her birthday, for her 40th birthday, and I got one at home right now that I got to update.
Aura Frames, NVIDIA, and Still Wakes the Deep. Back to your number 1 Roper Report. Sloclap has a surprise at the Game Awards. There was a tweet from the studio behind the one, the only, Sifu, a nominated fighting game of the year for 2 years ago.
Yes.
Last year? 2 years ago?
No, nailed it.
Sloclap tweeted, See you at the Game Awards. Expect to be surprised. Hashtag the Game Awards.
I love
They
how
go,
straightforward that is.
Okay, I guess. Yeah, that makes sense. To which Sifu Games' official Twitter account quote tweeted and did the eyes emoji where they're looking at something, like that.
I'm very excited about this. Like, if you would ask me, okay, don't do that. Don't do that.
Stick with me.
Don't do that.
Stick with me.
Mhm.
I'm not saying it's not exciting. I'm saying more, I wish they didn't promote it.
I feel that. Yes.
Prepare to be surprised. Expect to be surprised. Well, I'm surprised you said this. So why now am I? I would have been more surprised if it just your logo popped up. Sloclap.
I 100% agree with that. I think this would have been one that would make me and Tim like flip our lid if we saw either Sifu 2 or some kind of thing where you see the gameplay pop up and they have a specific style. They have a specific art style that when you see a Sloclap game, you know that's a Sloclap game. If me and Tim saw that and like had the trailer be a thing of, wait, is this? No, it can't be. And then you get to somebody whooping somebody's ass and me and Tim are like, let's fucking go, right? Like, I think that's what you would have wanted to build to.
But here's my question already. Prepare to be surprised.
Yes.
Would you have been surprised by that? Now that I think that's so, oh, well, they said this, so it's going to be 2, makes me go, no, what if it's just going to be something about the live action movie? Remember, that was the whole thing, right? With the John Wick director.
Well, that's the other place where I take it to.
Okay.
Right? I think the possibilities here are something regarding the live action movie. I don't know where we're at with filming that. Like, I don't know. I don't know if we're in post production or a place where you would get a trailer that feels too early.
Yeah. See, have they even cast it?
I don't think they've even cast it.
I did the quick Google. I found Adam Bankhurst's article from IGN in 2020, December. So 2 years ago. Sifu live action adaptation announced with John Wick creator Derek Kolstad.
So maybe it is casting. That would make a lot of sense.
Thing is like you come out on stage and you're like, please welcome whoever is going to be Sifu, right? And that's the announcement.
I think that'd be sick.
I do agree that would be sick, but now have we set expectations too high with please be surprised?
I think yes, saying it out loud, yes. But I think there's only so much excitement that there is for another Sloclap thing, right? Like me and Tim and a large portion of, I think, our audience is very excited for what's coming next from them. But I don't think them coming out and saying something about the movie is going to make everybody go, oh, fuck these guys, right? Like, it's still exciting. There's still like a studio, a dev that is small. And so like, I think keeping that in mind, there's a certain level of expectations that you kind of have to keep in mind when it comes to this kind of thing.
So expect to be surprised. I'm already here then. I'm saying I got to be surprised. I'm thinking it's not Sifu 2. What if they're teamed up with an IP?
See, well, that's where
Ninja Turtles. Everybody always wants Ninja Turtles. Batman. We got Batman, hand to
We got
combat.
too many Ninja Turtles games.
Okay, that's why I'm going to Batman then. Hand-to-hand combat.
I mean,
Daredevil. It's a Daredevil fighting game.
That'd be fucking sick. I mean, not fighting
game.
Like,
well, I mean, it'll be nominated for fighting game, but yeah.
Sure. Well, that's the reason why I include the Sifu game quote tweet here. Because I feel like them using that account, the Sifu game account, to quote tweet and with the eyes makes it seem like a Sifu thing. Either Sifu 2 or a movie.
I just feel like, correct me if I'm wrong, Sloclap's only game is Sifu, right?
They had a game before that was called Absolver that was kind of like Sifu. That was a multiplayer thing.
I forgot about that.
I don't think they're doing anything with Absolver.
See, that's my thing is I think really what it is I'm guessing, and Kevin, you're welcome to pull up links and prove me right or wrong as I go. I would guess that the Sifu game account has more followers than the Sloclap account, right?
Probably.
So if you're doing that, you want to cross-pollinate to this audience that knows that you like the game. Maybe that, we're in a different place, especially for the internet, where people understand that developers make different games or whatever. The brand means something. I think maybe that was it of hyping it up.
Yeah. Either way, no matter what it is, I'm excited.
All right, Sloclap on Twitter has 18.3K followers.
I'm gonna guess Sifu has
51.2K followers.
Yeah, so I guess that makes sense, right? Even if it's a new IP or a different thing, you want to use the Sifu account to amplify it. No matter what, I'm excited. Now I might not be as surprised, but I think no matter what, even if it is, hey, the Sifu movie is starring Timothée Chalamet for some reason.
It's got to.
No, if I had to guess, I mean, who would make a good? I want to say Simu Liu, but I think I'm just thinking Shang-Chi.
Chad had popped off about that. Yeah, that would make a lot of sense.
Yeah. I don't know who
he loves games too.
Who's hot in the streets of like action movies right now? Like hand-to-hand combat. I feel like Kevin. That's something that you would know.
Kevin would be a great cast. He could be seen.
Kevin Coelho in the main character.
MTA Muppet says the guy from Acolyte.
Oh. I also see Sweaty Chest as Dev Patel, which is great coming off of Monkey Man. I don't know if you've seen this Monkey Man movie.
I did.
It's off the chain.
No, yeah, it's good.
Great. Yeah.
Okay. Is Jackie Chan too old for this role? Because the whole thing's about aging and de-aging.
You bring up a very great point. You can cast multiple people in the same role. I think you can have Jackie Chan play the oldest version of this character and maybe have it be a thing of, hey, we have like the young version, we have the middle-aged version, and we have the old man version and cast 3 different actors.
That'd be cool.
That would be fucking exciting. That
Yeah.
would be a surprise if you did that way.
Not anymore. We just ruined it.
That is true.
That's what do
We just
here.
fucked up the surprise.
That's what we do, everybody. Of course, the Game Awards is upon us. We don't have to wait long to find out. But what? Oh, I thought that was Kevin coming up in the corner. It was just the pan of the thing.
I like this shot, Kevin. I don't know if it's purposeful, but I like it.
Barrett keeps moving the camera around.
Do you like that or you not like that?
No, I
can get up right now. I can adjust that camera right now for you.
I can pull it back. I mean, like, you like it, we can leave it. It's just going to be on there a bunch of times. It's going back and forth. I'm going to move the camera.
It's artsy.
It is
yeah,
artsy.
But like the first time. If we never see it again, it's cinema. But if
Wait.
we see it 30 more times, it's like, all right, these idiots can't plan where their cameras go.
Not everything needs to be a star wife. Why have hamburger when you can have steak? Number 2 on the Roper Report, sticking with our Game Awards theme. More Game Award confirmations are popping off directly from the one, the only, Geoff Keighley. Over on Twitter, he, of course, is confirming a number of different things alongside his friends like Hideo Kojima, who has confirmed that he is, in fact, presenting an award here. He's listed as a presenter. There he is. We, of course, know Shannon Woodward as well. We know there's a million Muppets there.
I know Troy Baker is presenting an award as
Yep.
well. But here's the thing. I talked about this with him yesterday, right? The language of Shannon Woodward presenting versus Troy Baker is presenting an award. He says award for Troy. He doesn't say award for Shannon, just says that she's presenting. Same with Kojima here, right? It doesn't say that he's presenting an award. What if he's presenting a new Spotify podcast?
Oh,
What if he's back with
hey
new
man,
content?
I like that Kojima podcast.
I also liked it too.
Yeah,
I'd be down for that.
brain wave dance, brain
You're close.
candy.
No, you're close.
Something. It's brain for sure.
Yeah.
Hanging
connection.
brain with Hideo
No, I don't
Kojima.
think that was the one.
Brain structure. Thank
Brain
you, Linky
structure, that's a
Dragon.
good one.
Yeah.
Do you think it's? What do you think? I guess if Kojima was here to present something he's working on, we know he's working on a
So
million
wait, you're
things.
saying I actually haven't caught this. Shannon Woodward is listed as presenting an award, and Hideo is listed as presenter, or vice versa.
Troy Baker is listed. Well, what's tweeted out as presenting an award. Shannon Woodward was tweeted out as she's presenting, and like they left out the award part out of it. That could be me reading into it way too much.
Well, right now, based on that information and wildly speculating, Shannon Woodward comes out with the actress who's playing Dina, and they present the first clip of Dina in Last of Us Part 2.
See, that's yeah.
Because we've seen her, right? We know the casting, but we haven't seen it in action or whatever.
Yeah.
You drop an HBO trailer there with that. Do you think she mentions Gundog? No, I don't think she does. I think she distanced herself from Gary Whitta. He's a problem.
Fair enough.
And then what's Hideo? I mean, Hideo. I
And
think
Kojima could also be presenting an award. Again, this is Kojima just tweeting out the asset, and there's not even like text attached.
it says
to
presenter on there. It said presenter.
Well,
on
yeah, presenter, but like the tweets I'm referencing from Geoff are like him saying that Troy Baker from Indiana Jones and the Great Circle is going to be at the Game Awards as a presenter presenting an award.
Yeah.
Whereas he says like pretty much the same thing with Shannon Woodward, but leaves out the award part.
Okay. Well, then, yeah, I'm saying Troy will present performance actor.
Yeah.
Whatever they call it, performance.
Best
Then
performer, yeah.
Shannon will present the clip from that, and then Hideo will present the one and only Death Stranding 2 trailer
God, I hope
and
so.
some OD stuff. Like I said,
You think both?
I mean, I think you doubled down. 10th anniversary with Hideo there. You get some.
You don't
stuff
think
going.
like Xbox or PlayStation are like don't put these next to each other? Because
I
one's an
think-
Xbox
I think
exclusive, the
Jeff
other's
says
a
I don't care
PlayStation.
anymore. I'm too powerful.
Wow.
I think it benefits him. I think having Hideo Kojima and Kojima Productions be a thing makes a lot of sense, right? Like you want them, you want as much juice out of these projects that are still so far away.
I think a Death Stranding 2 thing is almost for sure. Just for the fact that we know it's next year, right? It's window 2025. I think we're due for more information of it. Even though we've seen quite a bit of it now just through the cinematic trailers.
Yeah.
I don't know what to expect as far as what more there's to show through that, but I think a window of summer or spring or whenever, if it's sooner than later, I'll say you put a spring window on it. I think the one wrinkle with this,
You think you got a window tonight?
possibly.
I don't.
The thing that's working against this theory, though, in my brain is the fact that GTA 6 is slated for 2025, and I think people are voting trying to put like specific windows to things.
There
to
was
try
that
to avoid
whole
it.
thing, a headline, right? That a lot of the big guys are right
think
now
that-
sitting there.
Bloomberg, I think, were the people to report that.
That's what they do over there.
Yeah.
Sitting there waiting on it. Okay, so what's your run then? What's Kojima doing? What's Troy doing? What's Shannon doing?
I think I agree with you 100%.
Perfect,
Yeah. I think Troy, best performance. Shannon, here's a clip of Dina from The Last of Us Part 2. And yeah, Kojima, I lean more Death Stranding 2 than OD. I think OD might be quiet for a little bit. That seems further away.
Yeah, but I think that's the thing where it's like Kojima and Geoff have never been afraid to really get their stuff far out. And I think, again, with all we have is that mocap stuff from before, right? Again, just a little clip, just a little scary
Little
thing.
cool clip.
Hunter Schafer running from something.
All right.
Okay.
You got me excited for it.
I mean, there's a lot to be excited
What
for.
do you think,
Like
21 Pilots?
21 Pilots, who was also confirmed via Twitter, the Arcane account tweeting, relive the epic emotion and music of Arcane's final chapter. Tune into the Game Awards tonight for a special musical performance featuring 21 Pilots, David, is D4VDD, and Royal and the Serpent. Royal and the Serpent. I see what's going on down there. I'll tell you what, I can't keep up with these musicians. If they're not in Fortnite, I don't know.
Yeah, after 21 Pilots, I was like, that's the only one I've heard of. This David fellow.
Yeah.
Looks cool, though. And Arcane has really good music. Have you seen Arcane? Do you watch Arcane?
I have not seen Arcane, and I refuse to watch it. Hello, Barrett, Courtney.
Shout out to the Ohio representation with 21 Pilots.
Go. Oh, I thought you were going to explain Royal and the Serpent to me.
No, I have no idea what that's all about, but I saw 21 Pilots like once, like a decade ago, open for Fall Out Boy. They're fun.
It's awesome.
They're also from Ohio.
Shout out Ohio.
Shout out to Ohio. Yeah, no, I haven't seen Arcane, and I'm sick of people acting like Arcane's a big deal. Because we saw the audience saying, oh man, I hope the guys do a review of Arcane Season 2. And we said, all right, audience, we will. And that was the Gamescast 2 days ago, and it's got 6.4 thousand views. That's a good dog shit number. Nobody cares about Arcane. Why did I let you convince us to do this? Andy, Jerica, great job. Great conversation. Good job. Audience, shame on you.
But they want all
You
of us.
tricked me.
They
You
want,
tricked me.
They want all of us to watch it and discuss it together.
They don't know
in
when they click on. They
detail.
don't click.
the day
click,
after
click,
the day after the
click
show
it.
comes out.
Click it.
We don't. What else are we doing with our time? You know what I mean? Like
All these
why-
motherfuckers. Oh, I missed screencast. I wish screencast was like. Well, there you go. That's what you just did a screencast.
Listen,
Why isn't it happening?
I've read the Reddits, all right, and I'm with them.
Bless, you were supposed to be on it.
Hush.
I forgot about that.
We are supposed to watch a season of television that we may or may not be as interested in as the rest of the world the day after it comes out and talk about it the Monday after.
Well, that's why
That's on us.
That's why I'm fucking seeing Craven tomorrow, and then in reviewing it,
With your
Craven, like a 15% on Rotten Tomatoes. Last I heard.
3 out of 10 from IGN.
mom. That's really low.
So it must
should-
be
I
a 6
mean,
out of 10 in real life.
Oh, don't get me started. I can feel it. I can feel the goddamn Ghostbusters vein in my head going up. Here's the thing I'll say.
What's up?
I know how you and Tim are.
Mhm.
A bunch of weirdo wackadoo guys. I don't need the music performances ever at Game Awards.
Wow.
I'd rather it be here's a cool
man.
trailer, here's a dev talking about their game and getting an award. I'd rather see that's what I would sacrifice. Because even when we're in the audience, I remember when Green Day was like literally screamed in the microphone, come up here and dance. And like Andrea and Steimer ran up there. Everybody else was like, we're just sitting here. I'm in an award show. I'm cold. It's been here 3 hours.
I think you're nuts. I do. I mean,
Not according to Ponton. Defiant
well,
minds.
Listen, you say you want to hear more from the devs. Of course, everybody's gonna agree with you. Those are the magic words. But I
not
think,
you, huh?
Listen,
You're like, I'm sick of these devs.
I'm sick of these fucking.
Let
devs.
me hear what Pisswater, whatever their fucking names were. I don't know. It's
David
gone.
with a 4.
What was the other one you didn't know? There was the other
The
one.
serpent.
The serpent. Somebody in the serpent. It's something in the serpent. Lily in the serpent.
I think I'm with you though with like the artsy fartsy stuff. You know what I mean? Like, of course, the
Oh, you got a flute. Get the fuck out of
yes,
here.
I'm like, get the flute guy out of here. The Game Awards Orchestra play before the Game of the Year because I want to hear the soundtracks. But like, you put JID out on stage, I'm there, man. That was the one that performed the Arcane theme last time. It was him in Imagine Dragons.
Gotcha. Okay.
That one was that meant something to me.
The only time it ever worked for me was Imagine Dragons and the Nintendo guy, Kondo.
Koji Kondo?
Yeah, right. The first
Oh,
Game
what?
Game Awards #1. They did a performance together, like a duet. That was real good.
Wow.
Yeah.
I do not remember that. That's cool.
Well, no one really started watching Game Awards till I won the next year.
That's fair.
2015 is really when we turned it around.
That's
I think
fair.
I heard they're going big next year for my 10th anniversary.
Oh, really? You think they're going to
It's
bring the
kind of a
category
warm
back?
up to it. It's kind of a warm up to the best speech, award. We'll see what happens. Believe it or not, we're still not done with Game Awards news, but the next one is a potential spoiler. Okay, Obviously, things leak all the time. Things have begun to leak here. So I want you all to think really hard if you want to hear this next story or if you want to mute it. Okay, and then of course we have a bunch of comments and questions and super chats about it. But right now, you need to take the time to think about it because I'm going to remind you that the best way to support us and all the content you get here, including these giant streams where we stream all day and maybe all night, is to go to patreon.com/kindafunny or youtube.com/kindafunnygames, where you can pick up your Kinda Funny membership. Of course, $10 gets you all the shows ad-free, the ability to watch the afternoon podcast like Craven in Review with my mom live as we record it, and of course, your daily dose of me in a series we call Gregway. But right now, you are not using your membership benefits. So let's hear from our amazing sponsors, NVIDIA, Still Wakes the Deep, and Aura Frames. Not those other guys.
Our coverage of the Game Awards today is made possible in part by our friends at NVIDIA GeForce. NVIDIA has been a massive contributor to the success of hundreds of award-winning game titles ever since they launched the first gaming GPU 25 years ago. Today, with AI-driven technologies like NVIDIA DLSS, full ray tracing, and with their powerful 40 series RTX cards, they allow gamers around the world to enjoy the most responsive and immersive gaming experiences possible. This episode's brought to you by Still Wakes the Deep. Still Wakes the Deep is a first-person narrative horror game from the genre masters at the Chinese Room. Featuring an all-star cast of Scottish actors, it combines grounded storytelling with unknowable horror for a truly unique and terrifying adventure. Set at Christmas 1975, you play as Kaz McCleary, a family man running from the police by taking a job on the Barrett oil rig. But the holiday cheer turns to festive fear as something incomprehensible comes aboard and starts wiping out everything in its path. With your escape routes cut off and no way to contact the mainland, your only hope is to run and hide as you make your way across the collapsing rig. Navigate pitch-black corridors, crawl through tight underwater spaces, and try not to make a sound during tense stealth sections. Whatever you are afraid of, Still Wakes the Deep has something that will freak you out. To celebrate the festive season, Still Wakes the Deep is currently 35% off on Xbox Series X and S and PlayStation 5. Buy today and add some horror to your holidays. This episode's brought to you by Aura Frames. Isn't it funny how the people we love most are often the hardest to shop for? Luckily, there's one gift that everyone on your list is sure to enjoy: an Aura digital picture frame. Aura frames make it incredibly easy to share unlimited photos and videos directly from your phone to the frame. And when you give an Aura frame as a gift, you can personalize and preload it with a thoughtful message and photos using the Aura app, making it an ideal present for long-distance loved ones. Greg, Kevin, and a ton of people at Kinda Funny are obsessed with their Aura frames. It takes about 2 minutes to set up a frame using the Aura app. That means you'll be able to easily add all the photos of the new memories that you will create this holiday season. Save on the perfect gift by visiting auraframes.com to get $35 off Aura's best-selling Carver matte frames by using promo code KINDAFUNNY at checkout. That's AURA frames.com, promo code KINDAFUNNY. This deal is exclusive to listeners, so get yours now in time for the holidays. Terms and conditions apply. auraframes.com, promo code KINDAFUNNY.
Oh, I thought I was going to watch out. Number 3, sorry. There it is. Do the Dudley Boys 3D.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah.
I don't think that's what that means anymore.
If you do one of them, it's something bad.
Oh,
but if you do both,
If you throw up both,
if you throw up both, everybody's like, "Are you white? Oh, you're a Dudley boy.
You're a Dudley boy.
You're a Dudley boy. You're
Of
Bubba Ray or
course.
you're Devon Dudley."
ECW, let's go.
Number 3, again, this is a possible spoiler / is a spoiler for Game Awards. It's not the biggest thing. No offense to everybody. Sorry, Barrett. Barrett's, I know it's that. You know. Number 3, Game Award spoilers. Mafia 4 trailer leaks ahead of the Game Awards. This is Ethan Gach over at Kotaku. The 4th entry in 2K's Gangster series isn't far away. A new leaked ad for Mafia, the Old Country, ahead of the Game Awards 2024, reveals a summer 2025 release window and our first real look at the upcoming prequel. An apparent ad for the game went live on YouTube earlier today. Ex-user, I'm going to say D Jari 2020, but it could be DJ Ari 2020. But then why would you not uppercase Ari?
What if it's Jari? Like the D is
D
silent.
Jari? Or
Yeah.
just Jari?
Jari all
Why
runs
why
together.
did you uppercase J then?
They really like
Anyways,
J's.
D Jari, DJ Ari, Jari 2020. Jesus. Uploaded a recording of the brief clip that shows a few cinematic snippets, including what appears to be the main character riding across a beautiful Italian countryside on horseback. Quote, "This is a family bound by blood," one of the characters says before operatic singing breaks out over knife fights and shootouts. That sounds fucking dope.
We're going to see it tonight.
Maybe. The end of the teaser then reveals the game will arrive by mid-September of next year, presumably before the release of Grand Theft Auto 6. Of course, they're presuming that because 2K, Take-Two.
Well, this is where I want to take the conversation. I think
love
that's the
it.
more interesting part of this. Of course, like it was confirmed that Mafia was the old country.
We've already heard of the old country. We
Yes.
saw a top level,
Yeah, they had
not in-game cinematic.
and they had a tweet earlier this week saying we will be at the Game Awards.
Gotcha.
And so like the only part about this that is like leaked is that they put the trailer up too early in that 2025
You see some gameplay.
and some gameplay,
Yeah.
in the summer 2025 window, which I think is fascinating because to Roger's credit, a couple days ago when he was on Games Daily with me, he mentioned that like, hey, depending on where 2K puts Borderlands or Take-Two puts Borderlands through 4 and puts Mafia the Old Country, that might point to where maybe they're trying to window GTA 6.
Sure.
So if this is summer 2025,
That means GTA 6 launching tonight.
today it's going out today. I mean, I come back to like, and I know Barrett said this, and I think Jason Schreier also said this, right?
It ain't coming this
it ain't
year.
coming out
It
in
ain't coming in
2025. It's
2025.
not,
No.
but maybe they think it is. And if they do, I don't know. I think it's interesting because then for me, I get into the conversation of when does Borderlands 4 come out?
Yeah. I saw people who work on Borderlands, of course, super stoked about whatever Borderlands is doing tonight. So I'll be interested to see what they show, what they announce, and when that's coming. Yeah.
Is it crazy to think that could come out in spring, or is that does it have to be fall at this point?
I don't think so. I don't think that's crazy. I don't think anything's crazy anymore. Again, mom's visiting, right? Guima, as my son calls her. And so, like, we were having an actual cup of coffee day because we dropped Ben off, so you didn't have to hear the yak, yak, yak the whole time. And she was like, so is there a slow period anymore? And I was like, well, we get a no. And I was explaining our thing and then the industry and then this. And I just feel like there is no bad time to launch a game anymore.
Yeah.
Like, you can put a game out anywhere and not feel weird. And I think for Borderlands is one of those games that will do better if it's in a place where people are like, I want to play something, but there's nothing to play. That's how Borderlands is. There is the diehard, dedicated Borderlands fan base that loves the narrative and all this other stuff. But there's way more people of like,
everybody loves the narrative. You know what? I take that back.
Thank you.
I take that back.
it's way more. There's so many people who are like, I just want to shoot shit and get cool guns and like run around with my friends and blow shit up. And I think if you can find a spot right now that isn't, I'm launching on Monster Hunter release day, isn't,
Yeah.
I'm launching on GTA's release day. Like, I feel like you drop that in a end of April, May window, you're okay. You get an audience behind that for sure.
That'd be pretty sick.
Yeah.
All right, we solved it.
Oh, good. I'm glad we did that. Speaking of solving it, Gregway, let's get into these youtube.com/kindafunnygames super chats. We're going to do the ones about the Game Awards right now because we are going to transition from here to a rock block of PlayStation news for you. Joey Radstone says, excited to get you guys on the reaction stream this year. What is your most unrealistic dream announcement you'd like to make happen today? Thank you for the fun. And then before then, I want to get another one in here, right? Because it was... Yeah. Alex Frazier, pumped for tonight. What's the one announcement that would make you and Blessing break Andy's laptop if it was revealed?
Unrealistic hype announcement. I would say Bloodborne 2. I would have said Half-Life 3, but we had a whole discussion yesterday that had me like, yo, maybe it might happen. Who knows?
Yeah.
But I feel like Bloodborne news for me feels so like non-tangible right now. Like it feels like it's a thing that's just not happening. And I would love to be surprised. I would love for that to like RKO come out of nowhere. I don't know why I'm making all these references. Wrestling
You know
references.
why you are, because you're back,
I'm
baby. You're
into it.
in.
But I would love
You
for
come to that show with me and Roger in January? Not the
Which show?
WWE one, the
local?
West Coast Pro. Masato
no.
Tanaka, come on, man.
Let me know when it is.
It's in the general thing. Roger and me were talking about. We booked our tickets
I don't
already.
read
We got
general.
front row tickets. Okay, well,
I don't read our Slack. Oh, you heard about tickets?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll catch up. But yeah, no, I would love for that to come out of nowhere and surprise us. And like whether it is a Bloodborne remaster or remake, whether it is like somehow a sequel to Bloodborne that's being developed by FromSoftware. That's the thing is I don't think I would want it developed by somebody else. Like I don't want it from FromSoftware.
yeah, no, for sure. You need
Which again makes it feel so like unable to happen, right? Like so many moving parts would have to come together. One of those things being Kadokawa maybe being acquired by Sony.
Yeah. Tease of number 4 in the Rope Report.
Yeah, but that for sure is my like unrealistic. I would pop for this if this happened. What about you?
I mean, it's the same as always. A Superman game.
Mm.
I don't think we're nowhere near a Superman game. It is not happening. Nothing. I'm not even doing the rumory, whatever. Like, but that would be like if that happened tonight, that would catch me so off guard. I'd burst into tears.
I feel like there's no way that would catch. Like I feel like you.
Oh
would
no,
know.
somebody would tell me.
Somebody would tell you.
Speaking of
For
which,
sure.
I remembered the other thing when you were like, "What do you know?" And I got one. I'll tell
Yeah.
you. Why should
you,
tell
are you ready to share
I don't
right
know
now?
if you'd pop. No, I'm not going to tell them.
Let them know. Just ruin the relationship. Who cares?
No, I'll tell you about it later. Well, maybe not actually. Just get your reaction to it. That's fine. Yeah, no, I would know about a Superman game because I know about the games that got canceled, the ones they worked on, the ones they cast. The ones that were deep into production that got canceled. I'm well aware of them.
Whoa.
But yeah, that's why it would be insane, right? If it happened, it was like, holy shit, what?
And what would make me like break Andy's laptop would probably be like anything Switch 2 related.
Really?
Yeah, because I just don't expect it, and like I'm that's probably the thing right now that I am the most excited for in like the gaming future. I would say is the Switch 2. I want to know the details of it. I want to know the games. I want to know like what that launch lineup looks like. I want to know how games are going to look on it. All these things. And
Jeff's like, here's a 30-minute presentation on the Switch 2.
yeah. Even if like they had like a teaser or a hey, we'll be back in January to talk more about the Switch 2. That would make me pop. I might break Andy's laptop on accident.
Do you think this is going to be the best Game Awards of all time in terms of announcements?
In terms of announcements, it's a weird one because what am I going? I'm going off of like just a few people in press that are like, oh man, this is one to get hyped about. And so it's hard for me to say yes, but I think when I take that and I couple it with just the timing of where we're at in video games, it feels like a lot of people have a lot of things to say. It feels like PlayStation especially, right? We're in a place right now where it is, what are you working on? You have so many teams that are working on things. Xbox, you have so many teams. Nintendo, what the fuck is happening? Even though I don't think we're going to get much of that. But like, I think there are so many question marks right now that I do think this one has the potential. What about you?
It's always hard. This is why I'm not good at this part of the job, where it's like all of it runs together. Like the game showdown, where you guys are like, what's the best thing to close and what? And I was like, Final Fantasy, and Tim's like, that wasn't even that one. That was a PSX or vice versa, whatever it was, right? Where it all runs together. Where I'm like, well, what was the best Game Awards beyond this? You know what I mean? And
I guess
clearly
that's
when I won 2015, no big deal. You know what I mean?
I think. What's up?
I'm pointing at my award.
Gotcha. Yeah. I think there was a turning point with me with showcases because I'm with you that I can't like if you ask me what was the best Game Awards, I'd be like, I don't know, I don't remember.
I mean, Last of Us got revealed at Game Awards, right?
The first Last of Us, yes.
Okay,
yes.
Or was that a Spike?
It was Spike, yeah.
See, I can't even keep it. You know what I mean? Like timing fucking sucks in my head. I'm stuck.
So like it all runs together for me, and even showcases, right? If you ask me what were the best top 5 gaming showcases, I would probably say the PlayStation showcases from 2015 to 2018. And like the Bethesda showcase where we got Fallout 4. Yeah. I think after like 2018, 2019, I think my hype meter just kind of like broke a fuse. And I'm in a place where I'm just like, yeah, I'm just down to watch some trailers.
Oh yeah, exactly. I'm down to watch trailers and hang out. That's what I'm excited.
Like I'm not looking for these things to change my life anymore.
Sure.
But also this might be me getting older.
I want to give you some more stuff here, okay? Calvin Perez on the Game Awards says, birthday tax. I'll watch the Game Awards recording because when they air, I'll be watching Daft Punk's anime epic Interstellar. So say something nice about Daft Punk. It's my birthday. As everyone knows, I'm very anti-Daft Punk. Mm-hmm. There's bleeps and bloops.
Yeah.
But I will say this, Calvin. I'm happy. We say something nice about Daft Punk. I'm glad that Daft Punk is just enough for you.
Amen.
You know, that your barrier is that low. You know what I mean?
I think they helped Kanye West make a very good song. That's all I gotta say.
I just love that I still don't know. I couldn't name a Daft Punk. Did they get up all night to get lucky?
They did get lucky.
Okay,
yeah,
that's a good song. That's a good song. Yeah. See, that's the thing. It's always with somebody though.
No.
If every Taylor Swift song was with somebody, I'd be like, do I really like Taylor Swift, or do I like
all these features?
Yeah.
That would basically mean you're saying that Daft Punk is basically DJ Khaled. They need the help.
Yes, exactly, 100%. I don't know a DJ Khaled song, right?
Yeah, I mean he doesn't sing; he just produces and like gets people together.
And he played Fortnite with me and Megan Fox at one time, and Joey. Remember that?
No, I vaguely.
That sounds real.
I blocked that out of my brain.
Yeah.
God, that's crazy.
Everybody's getting mad. I think just commit to the bit, everybody, with us. All right, just have some fun. What is the thing I liked yesterday? I tweeted about it.
Oh,
the Fortnite player,
Juice WRLD.
Yeah, Juice WRLD was good.
Yeah, you listened to Lucid Dream?
I did. The whole album. I listened to the whole album. I listened the whole way home. Had a great time.
Good. Yeah. Rest in peace, man. I'm sad what happened to him.
And I haven't looked into that. What happened to him?
He passed away. I forget what it was. I think it might have been drugs or fentanyl or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Fentanyl's bad. Everybody, don't do fentanyl. More Game Awards stuff.
Accidental overdose of codeine and oxycodone.
Oh man,
yeah,
I don't like that at all. Electric Greg Tar. I like that a lot. I predict this every year, so I'm going to keep it going till it happens. Konami is going to tease a brand new Castlevania game.
Oh, I would love for that.
That'd be cool. That'd be really cool. But I think they don't do that until they get Metal Gear Solid 3 out.
Yeah, I think.
Or Delta, you know what I mean.
if I'm looking at Konami and like thinking about how do you rebuild as Konami, I think you do focus on Metal Gear and like focus on Silent Hill. I think those are the two major things you got going on right now. I think once you start to get those out the door in a way that is flowing and in a way that feels pretty good, then you start looking at the other IP and figuring out how to bring them back or maintain them. But like, if Konami's bringing back Castlevania, I want them to give it to somebody else. There's so many capable developers, so many like talented and creative developers that I think could do so much justice to Castlevania. Whether it be like any number of indie developers that are working on like Metroidvanias or like Dead Cells, the developer, I think Motion Twin. I know there's like multiple of them. One of them is Motion Twin, or like the Ori developers. There's so many indie stuff, and then like
Evil Empire.
So Evil Empire, thank you. There's also Sony Santa Monica and like other AAA studios that I would love for them to license that out to. That I think can make a great AAA like third-person action Castlevania type
Sure,
game.
that'd be dope as hell. Hani says in a super chat, my prediction is that Kojima will do a backflip. Remember, of course, Snow Mike has 1 week to do a backflip to learn how to do it.
1 week.
I think it was a year ago. He said he would do it on whatever date we're about to do it. But next week at the holiday party, I think Snow Mike has to do a backflip. So be ready for that. Gunk Blow, Gununk, Bow, Bo. Y'all got weird names. Light No Fire almost certainly has a trailer tonight. Do you think a release window comes with it or any description / narration of the core gameplay?
Is this the No Man's Sky
Light
successor?
No Fire. I don't even know what the hell.
I believe this is the Hello Games.
You're right.
Game
Yeah.
That like
this is the game Mike tried to Google, right? Where he's like, the game that is everything.
yes.
Light No Fire is a game about adventure, building, survival, and exploration together. Set on a fantasy planet the size of Earth, it brings the depth of a role-playing game and the freedom of a survival sandbox.
I think that's a safe bet. That makes sense for that.
I think a trailer, yes, I do agree. Release window, I'm going to say no, maybe a 2025 on it. I know that. I agree with that. I don't know if that counts. And does it come with any description or narration of the core gameplay? I think you probably get Sean Murray saying something beforehand. He comes out to introduce it with Geoff, maybe. That'd be my prediction.
Is that exciting?
Well, yes and no. Seeing a new game is exciting from Sean Murray and No Man's Sky, but I mean, is it like exciting? Like, oh my God? No, not necessarily.
Because like because I feel like we saw enough of Light No Fire last year. I don't want Sean Murray to come out again and be like, this is Light No Fire. I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna start a fire and I'm gonna collect these resources and I'm gonna build a house. And I'm like, don't save that for like some blog post. I don't think I want to see that.
So would you just be hyped for a trailer?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's gonna be like a 2-minute trailer.
Okay. I like this one. Mellow Fellow super chat and says Valve will announce an orange box equivalent collection just called 3 that will have 2 sequels of pre-existing titles and a new IP. Mark my words.
That's sexual. That's sexy right there.
And that's the kind of shit somebody says that it was like, get the fuck out of here, blah, blah. And like Mellow Fellow like is Gabe's son. And just putting that shit out there so this can get clipped because that is hot. That is hot.
Yeah, that's really
Half-Life 3, Portal 3, and a new IP.
Man, I would love it so much. This goes back to what I was talking about with Tim, where like Tim and Barrett were like, there's a higher chance that we see a Half-Life 3 trailer than we see a GTA 6 trailer. We were having that back and forth yesterday on the show, and I was team like, ain't no way. But like they convinced me. Like they fought for it so hard where I was like, fuck, we might see Half-Life 3.
Anything can happen.
If you told me that they bundled a Half-Life 3, a Portal 3, and like a new IP together, Game of the Year automatically. I'm sorry, GTA 6.
Sure. Well, Game of the Year can't be 3 different games. I'm sorry.
I'll find a way.
Tricky says, Bless, if Tifa isn't announced for Tekken 8, who would you want at the Game Awards to be announced?
My thing is, I want somebody who is like a third-party IP to be announced at Game Awards because I feel like
Isaac Clarke.
What was that?
Isaac Clarke.
Isaac Clarke from Dead Space.
Yeah. They're like, we saw what you did in PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale, Isaac. We want that here in Tekken.
Oh, that's a tough one. I don't know. Like maybe another Street Fighter character, honestly. I know that's a boring answer.
I mean, I'm not going to play no matter what. So
but like really Tifa is such this is all I care about. What was that?
What about a Ninja Turtle?
No, absolutely not. Don't put it.
Give the Turtles their own fucking game.
You know what?
Let Rockstar make a Turtles game.
Let's get weird. Put Indiana Jones in it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think he's like, for me, he is the Negan pick because Negan from Walking Dead got put into Tekken 7. Indiana Jones is just quirky enough and weird enough, but also like I think has enough cachet if you want to talk about the fact that they still make these movies.
Sure.
They put it out an Indiana Jones video game that is like that I think you could do some kind of co-marketing with. And like playing this Indiana Jones game, turns out he punches a lot.
Yeah. And he uses shovels and guitars to hit people over the head.
Yep.
Nizzy says, what would we do if Half-Life 3 is announced but Naughty Dog is working on it?
Wait, say those words again.
What would we do if Half-Life 3 is announced but Naughty Dog is working on
I'll
it?
probably quit my job because like turns out everything I know is just a lie as far as how the games industry works.
I mean, that would
break my brain.
Stunned silence. The Half-Life 3 trailer goes, and then it's going to be the Naughty Dog logo. Stunned silence followed by uproarious applause. And
Would it
then
be?
the Undertaker
I feel
punch
like
through the
everybody would kind of be like, "What the fuck?" Like, because this is where I think disappointment might set in slowly. I think it might take a day for
Okay.
us to be like, "Wait, what?"
wall. Wait, why is this happening?
Because why do you like Naughty Dog? Because they make Naughty Dog games.
Yeah.
Why do you like Half-Life? Why do you like Half-Life? Right?
I don't.
Well, I'm not. You're not. Maybe you're a monster. But like people like Half-Life because it's a first-person shooter with like a, I guess, narrative, which Naughty Dog has. But like it's a different kind of game. I think you mush those two things together and you satisfy neither audience. You just create this weird amalgamation monster. Nobody wants that.
Sure.
Unless Naughty Dog is going to make a first-person shooter, but then I think that still disappoints the Naughty Dog fans.
Ignacio Rojas, of course, our longtime friend, who calls into every happy hour and refuses to go to the surly wench in Arizona where he's going to school and pisses me off every time and infuriates Mike, says, on my way to the Game Awards, of course the year I get to go is the year you all decide not to go. Anything I should know beforehand about being there? You can't take your drinks into the area.
Yeah.
That sucks.
It's
It's going to be crowded at LA Live. It's going to be hard to get.
Yeah, that's the thing is like if you've been hearing the word about like the JW Marriott, because like that's where people oftentimes after the Game Awards go to like meet up and hang out and stuff. I think in the last couple of years it's gotten too packed. I don't know if it's gonna be as fun. it's gonna be a lot of people there, just like congregated. And so like if you have a backup plan of a place to go or a spot that your friends can maybe go to after the Game Awards, then make your way
Go to Duchess.
somewhere else afterwards. What's
Go to Duchess. That's that fried chicken place we like down the street from all this.
Nice. I still haven't been there.
Okay, and then go to Kohl's, get a French dip. Would do one or the other probably. I don't know, eat cocktails. Yeah, the JW, like the jig's up, and it's like always interesting the amount of. I'm surprised. Like everyone now talks about the JW Marriott, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like it's so well known, and I'm always surprised there's not more riffraff, just people who are fans in there. Like usually when you're in there, it is somebody loosely associated to the industry. They have some reason to be there. You know what I mean? It's not like they're checking anything over there. But this is the year where I've had invites to off-campus parties.
Yeah.
Hey, the JW, it's been, it's over. It's blown. We know. Everybody knows we're going to go here. We're going to do a smaller thing.
When I went, because last year I did go to like an off-campus thing, and then came back to the JW Marriott because come on, the party doesn't stop. You got to take back the night. And when I ended up back there, it was like I think a lot of like it was like almost equivalent of fans of the industry, people that are just like gamers or whatever, and then also like industry people. And so I think year by year the jig is becoming up even more.
Trevor says, not predicting, but my number one hype moment would be either Silk Song or official Hades 2 launch dates. Silk Song has just gone on too long. It's just gone on too long waiting for Silk Song.
But we've never been closer though.
That's true. That's accurate.
Yeah.
That's true. But it's just going on too long. Hades 2 getting a real date would be cool.
That'd be cool. I think that's. I don't want to say likely because I feel like a title like that's already out in early access. I don't think you put a release date on it unless you're very sure. Like I think if they're going to put a release date on Hades 2, it'll be in a few months. Or like they will say that it's coming out in a few months.
Yeah.
If Hades 2 isn't ready until fall or something, I think you stay away from putting
100%. Yeah, I want to do that. Yeah, maybe it's imminent. Maybe it's tonight.
Oh, that.
I always
know?
like the day and date thing. I always like here it is and it's happening right now. You can get it right now. That's always fun.
What if there's God of War Valhalla Part 2 out today?
Right.
That'd be so good.
Final one I'm going to read is Dust Bucket, who super chats on youtube.com/kindoffunnygames. It says, Greg, what would you do if PlayStation announced Infamous Remake, #Toilet Toads? I'd flip the fuck out. It's not going to happen. Again, all I want is a fucking collection of Infamous. Just give me a collection of Infamous. That's good enough by me. But that's not going to happen, sadly. Don't need it. Got Wolverine. Are we going to see Wolverine? Are we going to fucking see some Wolverine?
Like, when are we going to be real and be like, Infamous has had its time. You don't ever need to bring it back.
I mean, I'm Greg Miller, and I'm the biggest Infamous fan, and I'm saying that.
Yeah.
I think that game that was from a different part of the timeline, right? Where we didn't have a lot of good superhero games. And so Sucker Punch like, we're going to make our own good superhero game. And now it's like, well, PlayStation's got Spider-Man. You got Wolverine. Who else you want? fucking Warner Brothers is going to sell at some point. You can get whatever you want out of that garage sale when the time
We're gonna
comes.
get Marvel games from Insomniac until the end of time now.
I can't wait. Number 4 on the Roper Report. Moving back to some general PlayStation rock block news. Sony confirms its interest in acquiring FromSoftware parent company. You say Kadokawa?
I say Kadokawa, yes.
Kadokawa.
Kadokawa.
Sony has this is Jordan Middler of VGC, of course. Sony has confirmed that it is interested in Kadokawa, the Japanese conglomerate that owns a large amount of anime and manga IP, as well as Elden Ring developer FromSoftware. Last month, it was reported that Kadokawa, the media powerhouse that owns Elden Ring developer FromSoftware, among other companies, was in talks to be acquired by Sony. Following these reports, the company confirmed that discussions had taken place, but that no decision had been made. Now, Sony has commented on the reports. Quote, "It's true that we have made an initial statement of intent," Sony said when asked about its plans for the Japanese media giant via Yahoo Japan, translated by VGC. Quote, "We would appreciate if you would allow us to refrain from further comment."
Please let us leave.
Employees of Kadokawa are reportedly hopeful that a potential takeover by Sony is completed due to issues with current management at the company.
I'm so fascinated on if this happens. Right now, I feel like it's gonna happen.
What I love about this is just like the analog. So imagine if this was like wrestling, where it's like, CM Punk signed his contract backstage at Survivor Series and then came out like 10 minutes later. Yep. Imagine if they're trying to land this plane to do it at Game Awards.
Oh my God.
Just fucking do something at Game Awards, which they're not, but it'd be cool.
Like if they did, I mean, that is not like that is, yeah, no, you're right that like that's not how it's gonna happen. But that would be crazy, right? Like Jeff Keighley gets the call, and it is a call from Herman Holst, and he's like, "Hey, it just happened. Like they just got acquired. They are joining FromSoftware is joining PlayStation Studios, and we just greenlit the next Bloodborne thing. We can give you a logo." Jeff Keighley will move mountains 100%. To get that logo.
Sorry, Kermit, you're riding the pine. Not today. We got real news to talk about over here.
But yeah,
what do you feel? I mean, like this is the usual thing of like our industry consolidating is not necessarily great, but if you're a PlayStation fan, or this is fun. But if FromSoftware is unhappy with their current parent company, maybe this would be a good thing. I mean,
that's the thing is, me and Tim talked to death when it happened, or when this news started a few weeks ago, and it was that whole thing of I think. Yeah, consolidation in the industry, bad, scary. If this happens, it will lead to layoffs. It will lead to restructuring. It will lead to all these things. It will also lead to Bloodborne 2. Like, I think, I'm not one to say if this is good overall good or bad. I'm just one to say that like this will change things, and this is how these are the results that will happen. I think for PlayStation, I'm sure they want this badly. I know like Sony as a whole want this because Kadokawa anime. Sony is big in the anime game right now. They got Crunchyroll,
and that's a wrinkle. I remember the headline. I think I did not listen to the discussion from you and Tim, so I only know the headline. There wasn't anything in there about like, again, this is Sony buying it, which I know gets complicated, but Sony isn't exactly PlayStation. Mm-hmm. So if Sony did buy this, like, yeah, you could fold it under PlayStation, but would you? I mean, there's
like FromSoftware.
Yeah, there'd be an argument that you could let it be FromSoftware still, and just it's under whatever Sony umbrella bucket.
That's one of the conversations that me and Tim had. I think Tim came from it from the angle of after the whole Bungie situation. I think Sony and PlayStation would probably be like, no,
get the fuck under the umbrella.
Yeah, we want to fold
I'm Herman and I'm in charge. Get over here.
And the angle that I bring to it is more so I think PlayStation, separate from even Sony and Kadokawa and the anime stuff, I think PlayStation wants FromSoftware.
100%. I agree.
I think like Herman and the heads, like the presidents and CEOs over there at PlayStation are knocking on Sony, just like Sony CEO's door, being like every day, hey, FromSoftware, hey, get us FromSoftware.
Just don't let it be over there.
Yeah,
you barely know how to make a TV. You don't know how to make Bloodborne 2.
So if they're acquiring Kadokawa, I'm of the mind that I think they get lumped into the PlayStation Studios family, 100%.
Interesting. I think it's gonna happen. Sounds like it's gonna happen. IMO. Number 5 on the Roper Report, former Bungie director Chris Barrett is suing Sony Interactive Entertainment and Bungie for more than $200 million. This is Kat Bailey at IGN.com. Former Bungie director Chris Barrett is suing PlayStation and Bungie for more than $200 million, denying allegations of sexual misconduct and claiming that his firing was intended to avoid paying out nearly $50 million owed under his employment agreement. IGN has reached out to Sony and Bungie for comment. The 81-page lawsuit lays out 7 counts against Bungie and SIE, including Family and Medical Leave Act, retaliation, defamation, and breach of contract. Barrett is seeking at least $100 million in defamation damages, in addition to more than $90 million for money owed under retention agreements, alleged Washington Rebate Act violations, and other compensation. Reports emerged earlier this year that Barrett, a Bungie employee who has also worked on Halo and Destiny, was fired from his position as Marathon's director after an internal misconduct investigation. A Bloomberg report cited several sources claiming that Barrett, quote, called lower-level female employees attractive, asked them to play Truth or Dare, and made references to his wealth and power within the studio, suggesting that he could help advance their careers, end quote. Barrett released a statement at the time saying, quote, I feel that I have always conducted myself with integrity and been respectful and supportive of my colleagues, many of whom I consider my closest friends. I never understood my communications to be unwanted, and I would have never thought they could possibly have made anyone feel uncomfortable. If anyone ever felt that way about my interaction with me, I am truly sorry. Barrett's lawsuit alleges that he was scapegoated for Bungie's overall struggles in the wake of the PlayStation acquisition, and that the investigation was used as cause to fire him after requesting FMLA, the family leave. Barrett's lawsuit also says that many of the allegations laid out in a 2021 IGN investigation into Bungie's workplace culture were, quote, not shocking to him, and lays out several allegations of his own, including claims that at least one employee, quote, frequently exposed himself in the office, end quote, and that Bungie, quote, maintained an email channel that shared lewd and semi-pornographic content to the entire studio, end quote. Barrett alleges that he sought to take mental health leave in late 2023, but was instead removed from his role on Marathon. In describing the investigation into his conduct, Barrett claims that he was confronted about what he described as unspecified texts, but it says but, and then parentheses, but failed to show Barrett any of the communications, identify any of the recipients or senders, or even disclose when the communications took place, thereby rendering Sony's supposed investigation into these texts pointless and failing to meet any professional standards for conducting an investigation, end quote. Barrett was subsequently fired for gross misconduct in March 2024, with Joe Ziegler taking over the role as Marathon director.
Oh. It's messy.
That's a big old mess.
That's a messy situation
problem over there.
And I don't like, this is one of those ones where it's so messy that I don't really want to speculate.
I hope whoever's wrong is
exactly.
in trouble for being wrong.
Whoever's wrong, I'll get fucked. if you're both wrong, you both get fucked. If this Barrett guy, who, man, unfortunate name, I'm sorry, our Barrett, but
somebody pop in the chat. I just got here. Is this our Barrett?
No, this is not our Barrett. But to this Barrett, if he was doing these things where he's like calling lower level female employees attractive and asking them to play Truth or Dare, Jesus Christ. But if he didn't do that shit and PlayStation did do the thing, or Bungie, I should say, did do the thing of like...
fucked him over for medical leave.
Yeah, medical leave. Like, oh man, he's gone. Oh man, turns out we could do this without him. Fire him. Like, that's also fucked.
Yep.
Granted, like, again, a whole mess. I don't want to dive too deep into it, but...
Let's just have another sip of bourbon and move on to the next story.
Yeah.
Bad guys and whoever the scumbags are, fuck you. That's the answer. Well,
Woo.
Be nice to each other. Be better to each other. You know what I mean?
Be good to people.
I'll tell you, the amount of times I looked at paperwork, I'm like, can we fire Kevin while he's on paternity leave? Just couldn't figure out a way.
Well, then we would end up in this situation.
I don't know, you know what I mean?
I say we. That would be y'all. Y'all would end up in this
you'd be part of it. You'd be part of it.
I'm an employee. I'm innocent in all this.
Yeah, but remind me to tell you a story about something like that from my employee days back in the day. Number 6. Pokemon TCG Pocket reveals Mew-Led set coming next week in 60 million download milestone. This is Ryan Dinsdale at IGN.com. Pokemon trading card game Pocket has revealed its next set is a theme booster pack centered around Mew called Mythical Island. It arrives December 17th. Developer Creatures Incorporated revealed the new set with the trailer alongside word the digital trading card game has now been downloaded more than 60 million times. Blessing, you were straight up obsessed with this. Are you still obsessed?
I am still obsessed. I was playing this morning.
Oh yeah, you were. Hell yeah, you were.
I cannot wait for this. It's been forever. Like they've not released updated packs yet.
Yeah.
And so this is going to be huge for that. I wish I saved up more of like the hourglass currency so I could like rip a bunch of these at once, because I'm looking at these and in the trailer they have a Mew EX card, which let's go. And later in the trailer they show off right here an Aerodactyl EX card. And I'm like, this is what I want. Shake up the meta. I am tired of these fucking Charizard EXs and the Moltres EXs.
You're telling me.
Now, That's the deck I'm currently using.
You got it. I mean, what are you gonna do?
But like, I have to do it.
Exactly. You want to play the game, you got to play the game.
Right now, there is an event that's going on where to get the emblems, you have to win like consecutive times. And so, like, to get the best one, I think you have to win like 5 consecutive matches.
Yeah.
And do you know how hard that is?
Yeah.
It's tough.
Yeah.
And I'm out here, I'm like, what do I need to do? I need to find another Moltres EX so I can complete this deck and I can like go out and just fuck people. So like, that's what I had to do. Shake up the meta. I can't wait for this. 60 million is a crazy number. That's like one of those numbers that only Pokemon can attain in their thing. So congratulations to them. I'm very excited about all this.
New season of Monster Hunter now too. I don't know if you've been covering that.
Oh, I missed that. I'm sorry. Yeah. Get that in Wii News, I guess.
Number 7, Bless wants to shout out a cool looking game. What?
Yeah, this is a game that I saw on Blue Sky yesterday. It was announced during Day of the Devs. It's called Sleight of Hand. It's one that maybe you would have some interest in as well because
Sleight of Hand?
They do reference. Well, they reference Metal Gear Solid in the gameplay, right? But like the tweet I'm pulling or the post I'm pulling from Blue Sky is from the developer Joshua Boggs. He tweeted out after it was announced during Day of the Devs. After a year that felt like shuffling a bad hand, we finally revealed gameplay for Sleight of Hand Sleight of Hand. Thank you. Sleight of Hand at Day of the Devs. It's Metal Gear Solid meets Dishonored, but with a twist. Your deck of cards is your set of powers. The Steam description reads like this. Infiltrate a hard-boiled, rain-slicked city of taboo, where ritual magic and cursed artifacts set apart those with powers from those without. Sleight of Hand is a third-person stealth action card sim about taking down the coven you used to run with. Yeah. A lot of words that appeal to me there. Dishonored, Metal Gear Solid, cards. As I was watching some of the gameplay, I like how they approach it because you are doing the sneaking around stuff. You can see and of course the enemies that you see on screen. They probably have their field of vision or whatever. You see the cameras that you don't want to get caught in. But then at the bottom, you have your cards that are your different abilities.
Okay.
So some may allow you to like teleport. Others may allow you to do other things. And I love it. Like I love games that are, hey, you have these set of things. Figure out how you're going to navigate this situation you're in, right? You kind of have to freestyle a bit. But I saw the art style, saw the description, and was like, yo, this is fucking awesome.
That's rad. Yeah, this is really cool. No release date?
2025.
All right, I'll see. I'll believe when I see it.
Actually, let me double check that. I don't know where I pulled that
from. A lot of people are saying 2025. I don't believe you. Okay, thank you. I appreciate that bringing to the table.
Yeah.
Day of the Devs had a lot of good stuff out there. I saw.
Release date 2025. That's on the Steam page.
Okay.
Yeah, Day of the Devs also had. I believe that was Tome 2.
Yeah, Tome 2. Yeah, Tome 2 announced. They better put Portillo in it or else.
But you don't want to push for Cole?
No, Cole. He hasn't earned it yet.
No.
I mean, he won't even hang out with you guys.
I mean, that's a good point.
You know what I mean? Until he is like, oh, I like being here. No.
I mean, when the first day you brought him here, what was that, Kev?
I can't wait for him to like being here.
He was like,
it'll happen.
There was a day where you brought him and you were on a show and he was just like walking around and like he kept hanging out under my legs at my desk, like just kept returning.
That's nice, yeah.
And I was like, I'm gonna take this as a sign that you like me, Cole.
Yeah. Okay, I like that a lot too. Cole liking you would be big news though, Bliss.
Yeah.
And frankly, I don't need any more big news. All right, Game Awards is happening in mere hours, 2 hours until we start our live reaction stream. If I wanted something small, say the tiniest news I need to know about, where would I go?
You'd go to our last story, the Wii News channel, where we cover all the small news items you need to know about.
That's right. Number 8, the Wii News from Gamatsu. Publisher PlayStack and developer Local Thunk have released a free update for Balatro titled Friends of Jimbo Pack 3, which features collaborations with 1000X Resist, Cult of the Lamb, Don't Starve, Divinity Original Sin 2, Enter the Gungeon, Potion Craft, Shovel Knight, and Warframe.
Have you seen this trailer?
Also, I've seen the screenshot of Ben Starr.
Yeah.
Do we watch the trailer?
I don't know if we have to watch the full thing, but we should bring up like at least parts of it just to show the audience what's going on here.
Also, Balatro has sold 3.5 million units, by the way.
Kevin's doing his best. But no,
sync, guys. Hold on.
It's okay. You're doing fine.
I can just wrap it for you. It is Ben Starr in like clown Joker makeup, doing crazy shit, channeling Greg Miller.
Well, it sucks that he took this job from me, you know?
You wanna be my friend? I have a lot of fun friends.
Ben Starr's great.
He's awesome. Then I don't know if you need to watch the full.
Yeah, okay, that's cool. From GamesIndustry.biz, a group of industry veterans have formed a new publisher, Cool Down Games, which will bring premium games to PC and consoles. The company was formed by 7 experienced publishing execs who have previously worked at Gearbox Publishing, id Software, Warner Brothers, and more. From game developer, they have WB Games. Oh, this is a different bullet point. I'm sorry. So congratulations, Cool Down Games. Sympathies to WB Montreal. From game developer, WB Games Montreal lays off 99 developers. Most of the impacted developers were let go from WB Montreal, were subcontractors, though esteemed support developer. Through esteemed support developer keywords.
Sad news.
Yeah, it is sad news, of course.
I saw, I didn't look into this too deeply because I was doing a lot of things this morning, but like I saw somebody tweeting about how if you're wondering why the number is 99 specifically, it's because either Canada
Some
or
Canadian
Montreal
bullshit, yeah.
has like laws around bulk like layoffs where, and like those laws kick in at 100.
Yeah. Lego Fortnite Brick Life is available now. If you didn't know, it's PlayStation Home. PlayStation Home is back, everybody. I was running around in Brick Life as my Captain America.
Wait, were you playing?
I was.
No way.
I was, yeah.
Listen, I understand that there's a Game Award show happening. Let's
You know what I
let's
mean?
boot up some Lego Brick Life.
I meant to do it, but Kevin, I'm gonna real quick send you the joke I want to put on Twitter, okay?
Also, I love that you go PlayStation Home and not GTA.
You know what? That I never for a second did it occur to me that it was a GTA ripoff. Because it's not. It's a PlayStation Home ripoff. I went to theater and sat in the theater. That's PlayStation Home, all right?
They have theaters in GTA.
You know what? It's not the same. All right? It's just not the same. I
think it is.
Kevin, I am sending to Assets this photo from Lego Brick Life. It is me as Captain America, all right? And the caption I will put on this photo. This is everybody. We're workshopping my tweets in blue skies, all right? The caption we're going to put on this one is Captain America looking like he just divorced Peggy and moved into his studio apartment. You throw it up there, Kev? I know I did this quick. I walked in, I just put down my one lamp. I was like, this place is decorated, I'm good.
You
like that chat?
Game over, Greggy. Do you like kind of funny? Question mark. Spider 32099 in chat. Hola. Dragon.
See, I baited the conversation. I baited the conversation in the chat. I said hello, and then everybody else started saying that, and then Roger was with me, or Barrett was with me. I go, do you like kind of funny? I'm always promoting, bless.
Oh man, good for you.
It's the reason we've been here 10 years. It's the reason you got a job, all right? We'll never stop. Never! I digress. Hyper Light Breaker launches on Steam Early Access on January 14th.
Let's go. Man, this is next year starting off strong with some games.
Apparently.
Let's go.
Tetris for NES and Tetris DX for GBC are now available on Nintendo Switch Online. Neon Abyss 2 launches in 2025 on PC Early Access. Batman Arkham Shadows Update V1.2 will be adding 4 more challenges, 2 combat and 2 predator modes. And then Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 and Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 have been added to the Microsoft Store. That is your Wii News, everybody. I'm also looking over here. Because sometimes you
Super
get,
chats?
what the fuck?
And while you're looking at super chats,
No, it's not super chat because Roger pops off in the Kind of Funny Games Daily Slack, right? Where we put the headlines. And he says, this is an insane headline. I click and open it up, and it's a variety tweet. A game based on Justin Timberlake's 2011 film In Time is launching on Fortnite as part of a new deal Snoop Dogg's Death Row has with New Regency. That just got more obscene and weird as I read it.
What kind of ad libs ass?
A game based on Justin Timberlake's 2011 film In Time is launching on Fortnite as part of a new deal Snoop Dogg's Death Row has with New Regency.
Well, now we know why Snoop Dogg's there tonight at the Game Awards. It's related to this.
Jesus Christ, everybody.
Man, that was a roller coaster because I got excited for a second because I thought we were going with the 2020 Experience, the Justin Timberlake album that dropped around that time. One of the best pop R&B albums I've ever heard. That might be putting in too much. It's No Control by SZA, but I digress. This is crazy. That's fucking nuts. This is what we're doing in 2024, though.
We're having fun out here.
We're
Again,
just
like I said, less than 2 hours till the start of our official Game Awards countdown stream. You will, of course, have Mike and Nick with their very serious Game Awards pre-show in 1 second here. I want to get through the rest of the super chats, though, that came in. Gonzo says, I will be at Game Awards. Woo! Can't wait. We hope you have a lot of fun over there. Jason says, TJ, hype check. Raise the energy levels, Greg. I'm ready to go. I am a bourbon deep. I'm ready for more bourbon while we watch this show. All right? Don't worry about it.
I'm having like one of the worst allergy days I've ever had, and the bourbon's helping. And so I
barely
appreciate
drank
the
it.
bourbon. But I'm a lightweight.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's no pressure. I don't want to.
Yeah, no.
It's not a good look.
Pressure me, my boss.
For the record,
drink
let's
on
all
the
be
job.
clear.
We got him. We got him, everybody.
No,
we got him.
You just saw me take it back.
He's my authority. He's my authority. He gives me my paycheck and he's telling me to drink on the job.
Bless, I was just wondering if you would be interested after this episode in a game of truth or dare. Steven in Super Chat says, as a dad, let Grandma Miller stay with Ben. He'll be at preschool. Don't worry. CJ says he's going Super Saiyan if Shu comes out. God, I hope Shuhei Yoshida gets a Lifetime Achievement Game Award or something there.
Super Saiyan.
What did I say?
Super Saiyan.
I apologize.
No, that's fair.
I don't know the difference.
Super Saiyan. It's just
Super Saiyan.
Super
Saiyan.
It's like
Scion.
what I'm saying.
I said Scion.
You said Scion like it was an alien. Really, I guess Saiyans are aliens. So this, you know, what, it doesn't matter. All right, I got your ass 4K on these cameras. These cameras might be 8K.
We aren't broadcasting in 4K. We can't do that. We don't want to do that. Ladies, gentlemen, and NBs, that's another episode of Kind of Funny Games Daily in the books. If you liked what you saw, ooh, Kevin, you son of a bitch, you know I was playing that as a camera. We want you to go pick up a Kind of Funny membership, of course, on patreon.com/kindoffunny or youtube.com/kindoffunnygames. $10 gets you all the shows ad-free, the ability to watch the afternoon podcast live as you record them, like Craven Tomorrow with my mom's review, and of course, the daily dose of me in a series we call Gregway. But most importantly, it is you supporting independent small businesses you care about, like us. We are going to be live all day long because we do live talk shows here. Remember, if you're listening later, you can get all the shows on youtube.com/kindoffunnygames, watch them live on twitch.tv/kindoffunnygames, listen later on podcast services around the globe, including our Game Awards Gamescast post show that'll go up as a Gamescast. Of course, you can watch the reactions live, but maybe you want to watch them by yourself. I get it. It doesn't matter. Whatever it is, however you want to. Thank you for supporting us. We hope you are excited for the Game Awards like we are.
High Ground in the Super Chat says, 7 minutes in heaven, anyone?
I can go for a good stream of Heads Up 7-Up if I'm being honest.
Heads Up, that would
You
be
know what I
sick.
mean?
I
Yeah.
feel like we would make a good game of Heads Up 7-Up. Mike, you're back there. Can
Mike,
we do
put
a
that on
stream?
the list. Stream Heads Up 7-Up. Dealey says, Mike, you want to talk about something to get your hype up? Mike needs to get his hype up. Mike acting like right now he's at the hospital. You know what I mean? Roger big timed him.
Wow.
Ladies, gentlemen, and NBA, Nick and Mike are up next. But now I want you to know, until next time, it's been our pleasure to serve you.